Also got to make sure I shoot gal nails for this job as well. Which fortunately, when you got this morning. Ugh, worst day ever. There. Beautiful. So galvanised it just for anywhere where not rotting's important, basically, or not rusting, sorry. So on a subfloor like this, like it's not treated wood, you could make a case for not using them, but it's the subfloor, like the whole house sits on it. You can't really be fucked replacing that, can you? Make sure when you throw nails, throw them off the garage slab, because they will rust. And that will stain the concrete, and everyone will hate you. Beautiful. Sweet, I'll grab a joist. So, I may look really clever here, but I've actually just already checked it and it's 4/8. These are 5/4s. I also worked out, see how they got a number on them? That's a timber yard, so that'll be 4/2. That'll be 3/6. They've kind of just marked the last piece of the timber, which has actually been really fucking handy. That can go there. So I don't want to load up this subfloor too much yet. Fuck, maybe I do have to go a 5/4. Let's go 5/4. It's gonna have like a 500mm offcut, but I want that to span fully so that there's no slab overhang. Oh, sorry, frame overhang. And because of having that saw, it's so easy to trim everything off later. So beautiful. So I'll just sit this barrow in a bit better, start to shoot it. I'm pretty keen to get up out of this mud. These fucking bricklayers. They're fucking... This strap's just like fucking... I don't know, a whole brick further out than the other ones. Like it doesn't need to be. So I want minimal overhang there, but a little bit is okay. The joist obviously can span that far, and then I'm cautious about not tucking that joist underneath there, because I am going to have to laser level all of this still, And obviously anytime it's caught under something like that, if I've got to bring it up, it just creates more of a problem for me. Sweet. That's that one. So we'll come through here. So this section I'm kind of just playing with to figure out the best way to do it. And then once I've got that somewhat worked out, then I'll go for the rest of it. So, I don't know how long this fucking YouTube video is going to be, but I thought I would, so these joists go on 450 centers, but your first one you always do on half of the span. I don't know how to explain it. So you go 450 would usually go there. On this case, you come back half of the span, the width of the timber you're using, and it makes your sheets work. So on this one, we'll go there. Because then when you hook on, your centers still work to 450s because you've gone back the half a span. If that makes sense, it just saves you cutting fucking 22 mil off each sheet. And that's you there. I got some money. Sorry, lunch arrived. So then you whack that one in there, and then you just run 450s off that. And that way when you hook onto that sheet, so your 900 lands in the middle. That's why that first one's always a bit funky. I'll probably just go through and mark these with a crayon because it's easier to see. And joists you do get a little bit of play with. Like a line like that for a joist, pretty well fine. The only time it's different is like a bathroom or something like that. Then I'll go over, mark that side, and I'll hang these joists across. Start hanging these joists across. Like I said, I kind of want to get this section in, then I'll set the laser up and just check how it's going to work. And then the rest of it I'll probably do more of a system, so I might level it all. And then bearers and joists. But I want to do a small section first to make sure I'm not fucking myself. let's just put that there, and then so this is where the method in the madness, I suppose, starts to come into it, because what I want to do is then just hang these off there. Off there. Yeah, so that's a bit of an issue. That's not awful. And then just line that up over the stump holes and pin it. And then get another offcut. It's only a matter of time before I fall in one of these fucking stumps. Grab that. Actually. Oh. Ah. So then plan, sorry, I had a lot of phone calls, is to cut that over the top of a hole. Get out of there. And then obviously these holes are going to get pumped out at a future date. Get out, Yaga. Sweet. All over the top of the stump holes, and I'll just drop the stumps in and lift it back up. So it's probably not terrible that I haven't leveled it, because when I level it I'm going to want to tie that strap down straight away. So that might work out alright. And then these I want to stagger the joins of, do I? Doesn't matter. I'm gonna pull it straighter, isn't it? It doesn't really make that hole there. So we'll just offset it by sort of there. Oh, fuck off. And that's how we do it. And then see how it gets a bit saggy in the middle. That'll obviously get picked up with the other bearer, and then I'll just probably, like somewhere through here, I'll just temp prop. I don't think that's a terrible way to do it. Oh, the good news was I just got a phone call for 8 more milling work. So, if we sort of, a week after next, might have like a cool on-site milling job to go do up in Three Bridges. Yo. So just looking at it now, that one's looking pretty saggy. So I reckon we temp prop that straight away. But then that might kind of get us for a lot of this area. Even just a row of temp props through there. So wait, we've got a GoPro with a full battery now. I reckon a row through there will nearly get us, because that's only, what, maybe even every second one. It might only be like 3 temp props just to hold that level, because that's, you know, saggy but pretty solid. So, the reason we're going out to this corner is it's the only one that reaches all sides. So I'll get down there and out that way. Every time I've set it up, that you like, because in theory you should just be able to do one section, reset your laser datum, and then shoot the other section. It just never works. There's always like a little fuck up or a little discrepancy, or just something that just throws you off when you try and tie the two together. Where you can just work on everything as one. Now what we'll do, we'll set up the receiver. We'll go around and find the tallest brick pier. Yeah, the bricky should level them, but you know, they're bricks, it's fucking hard to do. So we'll go around and find the tallest brick pier, and then we'll bring all of the others up to that. Maybe take the 5mm shit off the bottom of the receiver. Off the fucking pole. Might make a small difference. So the only letdown on this Stabila receiver that I've got is it doesn't have a bubble on top to tell you when you're holding it plumb. It's got a vial on the front, but that isn't that helpful. Jesus, that one's off by a fucking mile. I'm gonna call that good. There's like fucking 50mm in that. Fuck me. That one's up, so that one's sweet. That one's up. Finish lunch. Up. So this might be a new high point. No, that's out. with one fucking strap. On top, up, up, up. This bricklayer is very good so far. Up. Up. Fuck me. This guy's great. Up. Up. Where am I at? Up. So you would assume he's got this whole section pretty good. And eyeing it up that way as well, like that guy's pretty handy. Actually, I have no idea who the bricklayer is on this job. Up. So this is, yeah, what I was talking about before. Everything's set to one height. He's probably a little bit further off out here. But overall, very good. Very, very happy with this. Timber's blocking it. I'm comfortable guessing that that's not bad. Go in and just check these individual ones. That is the worst. Yes, that's up 15 mil, which is a little bit. I think he's tried to work these ones into the internal height, maybe. Up. Up. Up 20, fuck. Beautiful. Sweet. So the other thing too is, maybe you can see it with this lens, but the bearer kind of does dog leg a little bit. Perfectly fine with bearers, doesn't matter a fuck. That's the whole point of the system, is that one section of it doesn't need to line up with the other. You can run them long. We're well within span, that's the only other thing you need to consider. So yeah, just as a point of interest, I might sit this up over here. How's that for by eye? Come back over to this one, I think it was. Spare piece. Bring the buzzer over, we'll take a little bit more off it. So I'll put a pin in that and then I'll show you the problem that I think we might have. So the problem I think we might have is, see how that lands so much higher than that yellow tongue? When we go to try and put yellow tongue on top of this, so that's going to come up 19 more mil, we're nearly going to be flush with the bottom plate. So if we go and try and plane it into inside, I've got to have a look at the plans if this wall's coming out or not. But if that wall comes out and we need to make that floor meet that floor, we're going to have a fucking awful time. That's my concern. Anyway, I'll come back over here and check this. $8 mil above. A piece of 35 would be perfect there, but we don't have one. Not sure what that laser was jumping around either. If we cut a wedge, that's going to make that. Two and a half, so another 2 passes should be 10. We fucked why that laser's moving so much. I'm inclined to say that's pretty good. Easy. See, the drama I'm having with these holes is, see, that one's there and that one's fucking over there. Then it kind of lines back up at the arse of it. So that's why these fucking things dog leg, because you just got to get the stump holes. Ideally they would have been drilled straight, but you hit rocks and fucking shit happens. So anyway, let's find out if we can do the walk of stupidity yet or not. It's probably a little bit early to be doing this. Nice. Ooh, single piece of malthoid under that. That's something good. In that corner we'll just have to put a level on it. I did that. There's a part of me that wants to do another joist across there now, which would need to pack that side up. So if we come over here and we fuck yeah, fuck's sake, let's butt in. Okay, 450, should be 4050, and then 45. So I didn't really eye that one, so I need to make sure I work off the ends, make sure these are all okay. Hopefully it doesn't rain tonight. I can fucking wear normal work boots tomorrow. Took these off before, it was like fucking had a pump, it was like I'd been to the fucking gym. Sweet. Let's hook onto the back of that. See, it's only 10mm off, which realistically is fucking nothing. Let's go 4.5. Nah. Just can't hook onto the end, can I? 422.5. We'll hook that there. I feel like this is going to be one of those jobs where you kind of slog it out, feel like you got nothing done, and then hopefully by the time you look up it's done. Because by the time I get another bearing across there, those ones are a piece of piss. They just level the ends and shoot. Might actually swap over guns for 1 second. Oh, fuck, that's a cladding nail. I'm gonna put a cladding nail in this just as a placeholder. I promise it'll get shot later. Make sure that strap's nice and tight. Runs up the joist. Beautiful, and that should just stop it sliding around. Eventually we'll put the flooring and hopefully a bottom plate, and then we'll wrap that around, and that will be about as strong as a fucking tight end as you can get. That also means pulling it with my tape. Just rub this out up here. Where do we have me mark? 4.5. So 9 meters is going to be a 450. I can't count out to 450 that far. And that. I reckon we go 1 450 back. And one more. And that should land us on. Should land us on that one. We'll get that one through there. And then we got enough to hang these ones. And we'll jump down there, we'll do another burrow. By the end of the day, we could have fucking... If I get this side of bearers in by the end of the day, that side's a piece of piss. Like, I could nearly do that in the dark. And then just roll joists. So hopefully this time tomorrow we've screwed all the stumps up. I've allowed 4 or 5 days for this. I think by yourself that's not bad. I think with 2 blokes you'd only get it done in 3. So to get it done in less than double the time for 2 people, in a strange way, should make sense. That should sit nicely there, and then that'll help me straight edge out that section. So the other thing I wouldn't mind doing is laying out all my plates up there and then string lining this. Little shit like this is where your wall frames start to come together, because obviously the straighter this is, the better your wall frame looks. It just flows nice, and then you get your roof on, all your eave lines look good, your fascia, like it just really starts from here, and the bricklayers lined it up nicely. So I think out of respect we'll pin these, maybe level this section, pin those ones, and then string line this row of bearers here, because this one isn't beholden to the stumps. So we'll get stuck into that, I guess. It's at 2:05. That's not bad. Need to work out how to get that compressor turning on sooner.